77-year-old Lucy Reed was stabbed multiple times in her home on Old Oak Road in Milton. The man who the sheriff's office said did it, Toby White, fled after the crime.
WEAR's Karis Harmon joining us now. And Karis, White was arrested in Suwannee County?
Yeah, multiple agencies tracked him down. White has been arrested in Santa Rosa County 7 times since 2011. In fact, he was released from jail on January 8th of this year, only 13 days before this incident.
I can't imagine what it's like seeing your wife stabbed pretty much to death in front of you.
According to the Santa Rosa Sheriff's Deputies report, on January 20th, Lucy Reed and her husband were sitting down in the living room watching TV when suddenly in walked 31-year-old Toby White, holding a butcher knife.
Toby White stabbed Lucy Reed to death. She's 77 years old. She was stabbed to death in front of her husband.
The report saying her husband brought her to the hospital with multiple stab wounds, including one to her head. She eventually passed away.
Husband of the victim said that when he asked him why did he do that, he said God told him to. That was his answer.
The devil might have told him.
WEAR News went to the Reed residence today and spoke with Mr. Reed, who did not want to go on camera, but told us he was helping Toby get back on his feet and allowed him to live in a camper and work on his property. The report saying it wasn't unusual for White to come into the home unannounced. White was allowed regular access to the main house as long as one of them were present. Mr. Reed told us Toby admitted to using drugs in the past, but assured Mr. Reed he was clean. People who live nearby spoke with us.
You don't think it ever happened this close to home. You don't know who to trust anymore. I just see him walking up and down the road, you know. I didn't know anything was wrong with him, but you never know.
Sheriff Johnson says after the murder, White stole a vehicle from Industrial Boulevard in Milton and took off.
He was located down in Alachua County. Somebody pursued him, but they didn't know it was a murder suspect at the time, so they called off the pursuit. One thing leads to another. We get a hold of him down there and say, hey, he's a murder suspect.
After another pursuit, Johnson says White crashed his car and ran on foot into the woods. Several agencies assisted Santa Rosa Major Crimes apprehend White, including sheriff's offices in Columbia, Alachua, and Suwannee counties, assisted by FHP and Florida Fish and Wildlife, as well as canines from other agencies. White will be extradited to Santa Rosa County facing murder charges. In the studio, Karis Harmon, WEAR News.